What's up, people? I'm Shaggy, the Opinionated Hippie. Deep dive into Crosby, Stills, and Nash 5 studio albums, the ones without Young. Just gonna rank those, talk about those briefly, not play music from them. Trying to do everything related to Neil Young possible. This is obviously related to Neil Young. A lot of Frank Zappa connections. Obviously, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young get mentioned often in the Flo and Eddie era about them fighting backstage at the Fillmore East. Secret tapes of those. Plus, on the first album I'm going to talk about, Peter Frampton appears. And Peter Frampton is the inspiration for I'm In You. Plus gets mentioned by Frank in that I'm In You introduction. Not inspiration for I'm In You. Inspiration for I Have Been In You because of I'm In You. So yeah, that's it. 5 albums. Going to talk through them. Put the list up when I'm done. Yeah. Let's not waste any more time. Oh, some of them are good. Some of them are not. All right. The light is changing literally as I speak. All right. Let's get into number 5, which is this one. All right. Number 5 is their 1990 release, Live It Up or Live It Up. I doubt that's what it is. I'm absolutely amazed that somebody listened to this at some point in time and thought, man, these drums sound good. People are going to like these for decades to come. I'm surprised that we as human beings just in general thought that this was good sounding music back in the day. Horrible drums, horrible production, horrible sound. Everything wrong with the 80s and 90s, it's here. Not even sure this sounds like Crosby, Stills, Nash. Bad 90s pop rock. Yeah. If anybody had a heart, sounds like it's a band on Beverly Hills 90210 that's just playing in that, didn't they like play in their high school or something like that? Not very good. Tomboy, there's a song. Not even sure what's going on in that song. It's like a hot mess. Couple good songs on here that are mainly good because they're acoustic. Haven't We Lost Enough? Actual acoustic sound. It's by far the best because it's an acoustic guitar. It's not these horrible production. Yours and Mine. Electronic sounds kind of work because it's more of a low-key vibe, so it has that sort of low-key electronic simmer. It's potential in the vibe, but still not that good of a song. The closing song, which has a horrible title, After the Dolphin. Not sure there are many songs that have dolphin in them that are good other than Green Dolphin Street, right? That's a pretty good song. Green Dolphin Street? Is that what it is? Yeah. Yeah, there's a news alert in here, like some radio thing going on, some upbeat electronic drums, kind of an interesting vibe. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. There's some interesting stuff in here. It sounds like this is like a Peter Gabriel, like almost flirting with world music thing, but Peter Gabriel would have taken this vibe and made it interesting, and Crosby, Stills, and Nash don't really know how to make it interesting. So, oddly intriguing, and it is, I think, a Graham Nash song in the closing After the Dolphin. So, also, the Haven't We Lost Enough is Stills, Yours and Mine is Crosby and Nash. So everybody's got one good song, but the rest of it, yeah, there's just some bad stuff on here. Skip this album. Utterly forgettable. I don't like it. Would love to hear a defense of it. 1990s Live It Up is my 5th. My number 4 is... They came back in 1994 with After the Storm. This one's a little better. Pretty generic overall as far as a band, as far as a sound, as far as I'm not even sure what they're trying to prove here. But the sound is not atrocious, and it gets points for having a better sound. Some very yacht rocky stuff. The opening Only Wait for You, a Still song. Very kind of yacht rocky. Maybe a little funky of a break in there, but still. Find a Dream, kind of a slower vibe, almost flirting with like a folky Neil Young type vibe in here. Some nice low-key burning guitar. Camera, kind of a cool song. Interesting little Wish I Were a Camera vibe. Almost like if War was doing yacht rock. Kind of works. Unequal Love is like an acoustic Nash ballad that's kind of work. Tell It Shines, like adult soft rock, but kind of groovy. Some nice guitar kind of going throughout it. Almost an adult contemporary blues vibe. Not bad. It won't go away. Upbeat pop rock, some really good organ sounds in there. Anti-racist song. Not the greatest song, but maybe the strongest thing so far on this album. And then the rest of this is just kind of your pop, folky, CSN vibe. Nothing that really stands out. Street to Lean On. Maybe or has an edgier vibe with some tasty guitar on there. Bad Boys is spelled with a Z. Why is it spelled with a Z? It is kind of the heaviest thing here, but it doesn't mean we have to spell it with a Z. After the Storm, kind of a relaxing stroll after the storm. It kind of fits. And then we end with Panama, which has that Stills Latin flavor that he loves. Kind of a no. Not a horrible album. I mean, I listened to it. It didn't hurt me, but nothing really, really stands out. But it is a nice rebound after Live It Up, which was kind of rough. All right, on to number 3. Number 3 is 1982's Daylight Again. Couple really good songs on here. Southern Cross, which was kind of hit, had a big video. They're on a yacht. The definition of yacht rock, maybe. Actually, the definition of yacht rock comes from the previous album, I think, on which the cover is a picture of a yacht. Daylight Again, I don't think it's that bad of an album. It's still just very much them doing yacht rock for the most part. Turn Your Back on Love, the opening track, straight up yacht rock with some solid tasty guitar. Next 2 songs, kind of really good. Wasted on the Way, classic CSN for like 3 minutes. Southern Cross, great yacht rock song, fantastic. Into the Darkness, kind of a gentle rocker. Delta, soft rock ballad, some great CNS harmonies coming in there, playing to their strengths. Since I Met You, bigger yacht rock energy. Too Much Love to Hide, more guitar driven, not quite as yacht rocky, still pop rock, not yacht rocky. Song for Susan, kind of a bouncy, typical Graham Nash, maybe a little Beach Boys, God Only Knows motif in the piano intro. You Are Alive, soft rock, gentle sound, Might As Well Have a Good Time. Crosby cover, I think it's a cover song, he chose this. Then Daylight Again into a Find the Cost of Freedom is dropped on here. I think it's the first time it's officially been on a studio album. It was originally the B-side to Ohio, released as a live track on things. Not a bad album. A couple really good tracks, but very yacht rocky, very adult safe rock. Nothing edgy, not doing anything. Every once in a while they really highlight their strengths, but for the most part, kind of just a pleasant yacht rock album. My number 3, Daylight Again. My number 2 is CSN, released in 1977. Look at the cover. They're on a yacht. It's safe yacht rock, but some pretty good stuff on here. Opening Shadow Captain has this really cool piano motif that repeats that I absolutely really like. It's not a mind-blowing opener, but I think it's a pretty solid, comfortable 77 yacht rock opener. See the Changes, gentle folk pop with the CSN harmonies. Carried Away, really nice piano ballad, some really tasty harmonica, really solid Graham Nash song. Fair Game, get a little Latin flavor, Stills dipping into that Latin flavor bank, but it's pretty good, not bad. Anything at All, little Todd Rundgren ballady type vibe. Cathedral, Nash bringing sort of the epic piano ballad. And then it goes through this really up-tempo thing, then it slows back down again, goes back into this up-tempo. A really neat Graham Nash song about like he's visiting a graveyard, and I think it's a war graveyard, and he sees somebody's gravestone and it has the same birthday at him, a little existential anti-war crisis there. Pretty good little song. Nash is delivering the goods on this one. Dark Star, which was kind of hit. We heard it a lot on radio in LA, grew up listening to the song, always would confuse this with the Dead's Dark Star and wonder if there was a connection. Great yacht rock bounce to this, fun little yacht rock song. Just a Song Before I Go, smooth yacht rock, great melody, some great keyboard work on here. Run from Tears, soft rock, a little bit of a guitar bite in here. The guitar adds some much needed oomph to this song. Cold Rain, another great melody, another great piano ballad. In My Dreams has this almost Joni vibe to it, very early CSN vibe that's not bad. And then I Give You, You Give Blind, the heaviest song by far on this, even though it's not that heavy, closes out the album. Yeah, strong album. It's nowhere near the absolute classic that their number one would be, but if you like safe 70s yacht rock, 70s soft rock, you can't, it's not bad. Their second CSN, but that means my number one, clearly, no doubt, is their debut. Came out in 1969. It's just packed with absolute bangers. Great, 4 or 5 just top-notch S-tier great songs. Nothing bad on it. Opens up with, also Jim Gordon does play on Marrakesh Express, so there's another Frank Zappa connection. Opens up with Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, just a perfect song. All those little different parts. Frank would quote the do a twist on that in some versions of Billy the Mountain in 71, so there's that connection. Marrakesh Express, which is like it's almost like Graham Nash's version of a Monkey song. Kind of wish this wasn't second. It's never been my favorite, but it's a catchy little number. Guinevere, Crosby, perfect, haunting, classic, probably the best thing on here. Magnificent, a special song. Guinevere, worth the album alone, if you ask me. You Don't Have to Cry, sort of a Stephen Stills acoustic bouncy number. Pre-Road Downs, poppy 60s electric pop rock. We're just very much in the 60s on this one. A less saccharine Nash number. A great line in here, be sure to hide the roaches. We got some tasty guitar in here. Wooden Ships, Crosby, Stills, Cantner. Fantastic song. Just one of the greatest 60s sort of hippie songs of all time. This is one of those I don't understand why every jam band does not cover this song. Wooden Ships is just fantastic. I mean, to hear Fish jam something, then go and then tear into this, it would be fantastic. Lady of the Island, a soft, delicate Nash number. Helplessly Hoping. A lot of alliteration in the song. Sort of a silly little CSN song, but it works. Long Time Gone, another just absolute great sort of slow guitar rock creeper, that low-key vibe with a nice big chorus. Fantastic. And then 49 Bye-Byes, 60s pop rock, good upbeat energy to close. 1969, just a gem of an album. Kind of perfect. Easily their apex. Sadly, it's all downhill from here. But yeah, 5 albums, one of them an all-time classic. One of them not that bad, that 77 one. One of them a little less than not that bad, and then 2 that are like pretty hit and miss and pretty generic. That's what the list looks like. Really not much to say about that other than the first one is the one to get. And if you absolutely love soft rock and love yacht rock, the second one has some moments, and I think is at least worth checking out. It's one of those that kind of grows on you, and you're like, I'm in the mood for something a little gentle. You put on that second album and it kind of works. So anyways, yeah, that's all I got. Wanted to drop a quick review of this. Gonna probably tackle those handful of CSNY albums next, one of which is 2 of which are kind of one of which is classic. But anyways, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts on this album, this band. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Peace. Talk to you later.